Today we travel down to Ann Arbor, Michigan for a court case for a young lady who's an entitled brat who gets humbled. Now, this woman was previously ordered to get an alcohol screening, and fast forward 3 months later, no test done, no urgency, and apparently no worries whatsoever. Her ridiculous behavior looks like she's trying to speed run going to jail, but what's interesting about this case as well is that her father is in the courtroom as well. Let's get active on this one, but make sure you wait to the end to see the judge's final ruling.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today is the date and time that was originally set for sentencing. I have received and reviewed the recommendation from probation with Ms. Johnson. She has not, we do acknowledge she has not completed the alcohol screening and assessment through Von Schwartz, and she did miss a test on July 1st. I did discuss this with her yesterday on the phone and advised her to go to community corrections as soon as possible to try to test. She informed me, and so did her father, who is here with her today, that she did go to community corrections this morning before court and was there for about 45 minutes. And they said she was unable to test this morning. We are respectfully requesting that the court not remand her at this time and that we adjourn the sentencing out in August to give her the opportunity to complete the alcohol screening and assessment. She is gainfully employed at St. Joe's. She does not want to lose that job. In the alternate, if the court is inclined to remand her in both speaking with Ms. Johnson and her father, our request would be to potentially allow that remand to happen a couple weeks in the future so she can take time off work at St. Joe's so she does not lose that job. Other than that, Your Honor, we respectfully request an adjournment of the sentencing.
And Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, I did communicate with community corrections this morning. She did go over and she wasn't scheduled to do a test today, so she did not test. She did do her download of her scram. I just confirmed with them that there was no violations on the scram. However, she had not reported to them after June 15th. So there was quite a bit of info that they had to download on that. So I do know that there was no violations on the scram. However, probation also wants to point out to the court that this court did direct her back on April 3rd, I believe, and warned her about any further mistesting. So she was given a warning by this court back in April about her remaining compliant with the testing order.
Why?
Why what?
Why'd you miss a test? I mean, I gave you a huge break back in April and just told you, just don't miss the test. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
And then when you pled, why didn't you do your alcohol screening and assessment?
Forgot to print it out.
What?
I said I forgot to print it out.
Oh.
To have your lawyer say initially that my client wants to keep her job, please keep her out of jail. Meanwhile, you didn't complete a task because you forgot to print something out. Absolutely ridiculous. But this is the look right now of a judge who has reached his absolute limit with this particular case. You could tell that he wants the best for her, but he's done everything possible to already help her, yet realizing in the end that consequences are inevitable. Sometimes some people will not learn, especially someone that has an entitled and a bratty disposition. F around and you'll find out.
They do so much. I mean, I didn't send you the last time. I'll re-refer to defendant to Von Schwartz for completion of her alcohol screening and assessment. Young lady, understand something. If you don't do it, and I don't have that alcohol screening and assessment, the only thing that I can really sentence you to is the maximum time. And I don't want
the
to.
Paper?
What?
The paper?
What
All
paper?
the lists on it? What is Von Schwartz?
That's for your alcohol screening and assessment.
Is that somebody I'm supposed to go to? What does that name stand for?
That's somebody that you need to call to set up an appointment so that they can interview you and do an assessment.
Okay.
And Your Honor, my office, I know that the clerk's office sends things out. My office also sent an email to her on June 5th, which gave her the packet and the information for the outcome assessment in addition to the information to complete the victim's impact.
Need to pay a $75 referral fee. Do you have that?
No.
She must not understand how serious of a situation that she's currently in right now. I mean, how laid back do you have to be to completely ignore your own mess but still feel like you can be smug about it in front of the judge? Well, let's find out what the judge thinks.
Adjourner sentenced at August 28, 2024, 9 a.m. Young lady, you are leaving me with no options. And I have a feeling that if you don't follow this, that I'm going to end up sending you for the maximum time. I don't want to do that. I'm going to end up finding you in contempt and sending you. So in this, I'm going to, for the bond violation, I'm going to remand her for 3 days. Washtenaw County Jail for the bond violation. And then remanded. Just go. Is that Dad?
Yes, Your Honor.
Get her back.
Although she deserves a couple of weeks, she'll find out it's hard to keep a job while you're behind bars. But as she's being led away to jail, the judge asks the father to come up, who sheds additional light on the situation.
Dad, hang on one second. Go ahead, take her back. Come on up to the, can you come up to the phone? What's your name, sir?
Tony Johnson.
Okay. Can you help try to get her through
Yes, I will definitely make sure that she does it. She lives with her mom, so I don't kind of know the things that kind of goes on. So I'm just coming to support, and I just was hoping that you didn't take her to jail because
I know
she need this job so bad.
I know. And I trust me, I did not want to. Miss Polera, can you give to Dad the Von Swartz information and the victim's impact information so that he has it, so that I get where he is, so that he knows what she has to do.
Yeah, sure. So I do know. I heard him in the hallway, really getting after her for not doing things. So I think that he will.
Well, I don't doubt
that.
If
you stop by my office, or I'll ask them to give you the paper printed out.
Is that in this building?
It's right down the hallway.
Okay.
And so I'll tell them you're coming right down.
And,
okay.
I have the $75 for any fee or whatever that she might have needed to pay. I do have the money, so.
Whose case is this? Yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel approach with Miss Polera.
So we learned there at the end that she's being raised by her mama in a single parent household. I know, shocker, right? And when the mom will generally think that discipline was too much work, the end result is this: a young lady who's disrespectful, rude, and has absolutely no decorum. What's also interesting is that the mom is not in court for the felon in training either. But it sounds as if the father is trying to take more of an active role in the young lady's life, trying to teach her about accountability and that there's consequences for your actions. And while I salute the judge by giving her some degree of consequence, you gotta question if there's even something that he can levy on her that'll make her understand that she just needs to be more responsible. Because I don't think that the young girl is stupid. I just think that she's rude as hell. But yet another example of to the importance of not only having two-parent households, but the importance of having a present father in a young person's life. Showing up to court with not only an attitude, but also a sweatshirt on, in conjunction with not being able to pay that $75 while you have a job. Meanwhile, you got hair on the top of your head that looks like it cost you a couple of $100. Priorities all out of line, but hopefully Dad can get in there soon enough and fix the BS. All right, guys, that's it for the video here today. Let me know what is it that you think about the video. Questions, comments, concerns down in the comment box, and let me know because I love to have a conversation about it. Until next time, YouTube. Peace. is ratchet as they come. Rainbow weaves and batwing lashes, weighing more than a man. What time is your football practice? I bet you can hit that A gift like a mug. How you big back it? Said a man must buy you gifts. Where here goes a Fitbit tracker. Are you mad? Cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads. You pick cookies, then you bash. Oh man, when you get sad.